What's up, guys? Welcome to my 2020 houseplant tour. First, we'll start with one of my mini peace lilies. And we have a corn plant, another peace lily. One of my favorites, love the color, lemon lime. Here's my little nursery of cuttings that are on the north side of my house, so they get medium light. Growing pretty well. All right, my next peace lily, which is extremely huge and growing out of control, but she is so gorgeous and beautiful. She is blooming, and they are peeking underneath some of the larger leaves. She looks really beautiful. I love peace lilies, all sizes, all types. I'm just really a huge fan of peace lilies. And here's another one, Mike Jr., peace lily in the foyer. Almost lost Mike Jr., so he is almost a whole new plant. These are my high light succulents, so they get early morning sun all the way to probably about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Lots of cacti, different types of cacti. The fuzzy one is a grandpa cactus. Here is another Pothos, one of my favorites. I have several varieties in the house. This one was outside and it's growing out of control. It's still growing, even though technically it is fall now. I like golden Pothos because the more sun they get, the more of the goldish, lighter, variegated looking color you see here. And all of the leaves have their own unique personalities, and I absolutely adore each and every single one of these. This is umbrella tree. I have a non-variegated and a variegated version of this plant, and I do like the way it grows. I like the thick waxy leaves, and it has been outside as well, and now its house is going to probably be here in the foyer because, again, that's where all the high direct sunlight comes into my home. So next we have a plant that I got from my father. This plant has to probably be 20 plus years old. It was super tall, so I cut it and I rooted the cut part, and I planted it back with its buddy or mother. I don't know. Anyway, I have no idea what kind of plant this is. My dad used to call it dragon tree, but I don't think that is what that is. So next, another Pothos. This is a golden, which came from the office before we got sent home, and it got only artificial light, and as you can see, there's not a lot of gold there. All right, moving on to our ficus, which to me kind of looks like she's shaking it. All right, just kidding. It's one of the bonsai varieties. And here we have some ponytail palm babies, and they are growing very slowly. All these plants were outdoors till the first frost, which I don't wait until the first frost. I usually bring them in when it starts to get like under 65. I just don't feel safe with leaving them out there when it's that cold. All right, so here we have another Pothos variety. It's called Enjoy, and I really like the kind of pearlish and sage green color mixture. It is a beautiful plant. It really is. All right, so here we have my terrarium table, which I have a video of me putting together and filling. Some of the plants didn't do well, so I removed them. And these are succulents, which aren't my favorite plant. They seem a little difficult and needy and fussy, and I don't know. But at least I have a tiny little succulent growing from a broken leaf, so that's good. This one is another Pothos, and it is a satin variety, and I have no idea why it's turning yellow. And I mean like really yellow. Anyway, this is a beautiful plant. The camera does no justice. This plant has a sheen on it that is awesome in sunlight. I absolutely adore this plant. The leaves are thick and hardy, and it's just a beautiful plant. Next, I have my Majesty Palm, which, of course, was living outdoors. I don't know if it's going to make it through the winter months, but hopefully it does because I really love it. And I actually kind of like it inside the house. I believe I have enough natural light and I give enough attention to the plants. I miss them every day, morning and evening, and hopefully I can keep this Majesty Palm alive until next spring where I can take it outdoors again. But this is a beautiful plant, and there is a grasshopper living in it, but don't tell anyone. All right, so next we have our split leaf philodendron, which I just got and I've only had for a few months, so I don't really know much about how it's going to do indoors. I have no idea, so we will just have to wait and see how this one rides out. But I love this plant. The leaves are huge. They're bigger than my hand. I don't know why I didn't show the size, but these leaves are beautiful. And there's a nice little leaf unfurling right now. Next, my orchids, which I can't seem to keep alive. And I've had so many. So these two are the last of the Mohicans. But they are doing well. One is a miniature orchid, and the other is a regular size. And it's growing a new baby leaf, which is so awesome. And aerial roots, which is great. Absolutely love them. Hopefully they will flower this season. All right, next is another Pothos, one of my favorites, Marble Queen, who is absolutely stunning. Of course, all of her leaves are different and they're vibrant and they're full of life, and I can see why they call it a marble, because this does really look like some beautiful, gorgeous, natural marble. So I have two of those growing. North window, and this is a really easy plant to propagate. You can propagate in water or soil. All right, next we have my angel wing begonia, which actually was a gift to me. It was a very small clipping that was mailed to me from a plant friend in Georgia. So I've had this plant for a few years now, and it is doing well. It's a slow grower, I think, and it's probably because of my conditions. Again, it came from Georgia, but look at it. Wouldn't love this plant? It actually does look like angel wings. I love it. So next we have another golden pothos, which is just a cutting that I got from someone in the office, and it is growing well in this little cup on the sill. So I love that. Next we have English ivy. I'm not really familiar with English ivy just yet. It is very new. I do realize, however, that it likes a lot of moisture, or it gets a little crispy on the edges and drops leaves. So next we have spider plant, one of my favorites. This plant grows, this is a new plant, and this plant grows really well, and it shoots off little spider babies, which are fun. Who doesn't love spider babies? All right, so next, another pothos, which is the neon version. Huge mistake this season. I took it outside without transitioning it to direct sun, and I burned it. I'm so sorry. I feel like a bad plant mom. But it will recover, and it is doing well. I cut off all of the brown and the damaged leaves, and she's recovering slowly. All right, next is my Cilantro, and this is a Flaming Katie, and she is a flowering succulent type. I'm not sure if that's correct, so don't quote me on that. But she's beautiful. She grows these cute little flowers, and they're falling off because it's cold. All right, so ponytail palm. This is the mama of those babies. Look at her. She's beautiful. Nice and thick. I did notice this season she got a little too much high light because she was a little crispy on those tips. All right, so this one right here, I have no idea. I think I got this from Aldi's for like $1.99, and it was extremely tiny. And now it's just growing so well, and I just love it. It's so interesting and unique. All right, so next, Desert Rose. Desert Rose, who will not flower for me, but I was able to get a little baby version of it, and it's doing well. This one was extremely leggy, so I did cut it, and it is growing fine now. Another unknown species, it kind of reminds me of the Kalanchoe, but I have no idea what that is. So if you know, let me know down in the comments below. All right, my Thanksgiving cactus. One of these is peach, the other is red. I have no idea which is which until you said it, Thanksgiving. It actually grew pretty well this season on my deck, and there are still some more that need to hurry so they can flower properly, because it is getting chilly and the days are getting shorter, so that will be blooming soon. Next, we have our arrowhead, and I like this plant. It's a little fussy. It doesn't get its daily misting. It definitely lets me know with a frown. Here she is, my Duncan, who I almost killed. And I feel so bad, but she is recovering so well. This is such a hardy plant. I put her out and she got sunburned so bad I had to cut most of her off. So I pruned her down and she recovered for the remainder of the season, and I cannot believe how beautiful she's looking right now. She's probably going to need to be repotted in the following season, upcoming spring season. And I just love her. She's so hardy, so beautiful. Also very poisonous, so no licking. All right, so next we have another, I know Pothos crazy, but I love them. This is a gold again, and she is the Moss Pole edition, who is not growing the way that I want her to, but hey, let her do her own thing. I try not to bother them too much because they're much happier when they're left alone. Here's my ZZ, which I call ZZ Top. And this plant is so interesting. It has these thick, waxy leaves that grow out in this awesome spiral, and you just absolutely have to see it. Here's a new shoot here. That's why it's lighter than the others. I didn't get it on tape, but I promise you I will. The next one that comes out, you will definitely be able to see it. But again, these have some really, really thick, hardy, waxy leaves that just shine on their own. They don't need anything extra. And also, this is one of those plants that you can just absolutely ignore, because when you water it, it sucks up all that water and it just basically does its own thing. So, love that plant. All right, so here are some variety baskets, and they are full of peace lilies and a couple of parlor palms and arrowheads. And here is my lucky bamboo. Gotta have a lucky bamboo in the house. Most people keep them in the bathroom, but I like mine here by the kitchen because I want to make meals, and hopefully my lucky bamboo will help me out with that. Very fun plant. Love it. Another basket, same variety, peace lilies, parlor palm, arrowheads, philodendrons are all up in there, and they are happy together. So I'm keeping them in there until they start to fight over space. But right now, of course, there's that arrowhead that is very fussy and gets a little crunchy if you don't keep her moist. All right. Gotta keep her moist. Okay, so aloe vera. My aloe vera got sunburned. Don't look at her. I mean, I'm sharing her with you, but I really don't want to because she looks terrible. And mommy learned a very valuable lesson, didn't she, Aloe? Yes, she did. Don't forget to transition your plants to direct sun. All right, so my Dieffenbachia that I just planted in my planter is not happy. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if it's a disease. I don't know if it's just not happy in this planter and this was a bad luck planter. I don't know. But anyway, we'll find out and I'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, Like, subscribe, like, subscribe, like, subscribe.